I'll be on Team Green with you. Ah, Wadapus Rex is joining you. I use Intimidate. No, you can't. It's not very effective. So there. There, now you guys can see the Yawhg too. So let's get this party started. There's any button. Here. If you want to be the yellow gentleman, change your chat color to yellow. If you want to be the guy on the bottom, make sure you change chat color to green. If you want to be the witch on the left, change your chat color to blue. And if you want to be red, make sure you solo job run Team Blue. What? Whatever. We're ready to go. Let's get started. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives, week by week, unaware. Alright, Team Blue. Where do you guys want to go? The forest, the arena, the alchemy tower, the gardens, the palace, the tavern, the hospital, or the slums? Now that we started, you guys can't really change teams any longer, so you're stuck with time to warp there, Fulham. I guess you technically could, but whatever. Any member of Team Blue, tavern to get wrecked. Okay. Fulham decided to go to the tavern, but someone else from Team Blue. Usually, I try to be a little diplomatic about it, but I took Fulham's suggestion, so another member of Team Blue can decide to bartend or drink for Team Blue. Do you want to bartend or drink? Basically, if you haven't played this game before, we have 6 weeks. Okay, Time to Warp wants to go drinking. But if you haven't played this with us before, you have 6 weeks before the Yawhg comes. A terrible, terrible event that will destroy everything. And we're trying to prepare for it, and then eventually try to rebuild the town. Anyway, Team Blue wants to go drinking. They spend the entire week getting wasted. Let's drink all week, every week. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day while in the tavern, a heated argument erupts between 2 patrons. Soon enough, fists are flying, and everyone seems to be joining in on the violence. Do you want to join the fray or break up the fight, Team Blue? Tostress can be team leader. Slums and Steel, says Tostress. House seems to be deferring to Tostress. Fine with me. Should go tend to the herbs, says Wadapus Rex. Looks like Team Green wants to landscape. Swim in the pools of liquor. Down for some robbery. Join in. You jump in the thick of the fray and fight and let loose on some rage on some unsuspecting patrons. You gain 1 physique from all that exertion. Alright, Team Green wants to go to the gardens and landscape. They spend the entire week maintaining their weed in the royal garden. They gain 1 finesse, 1 physique, and earn 1 wealth for selling weed. On one day, on the way home, you notice a golden ring in the grass. Do you want to sell the ring or wear the ring, Team Green? So, weeding the gardens. Yes, apparently you are, Team Green. Anyway, is anyone on Team Yellow? Or am I being Team Yellow? Oh, I should figure that out, because I don't see anyone currently with yellow in their name. Sell the ring or wear the ring, Team Green. Keep in mind there's a stream delay. You can stop and start the stream if you want to reduce your delay, I think. Yeah, well, it's illegal, so you should be a little shifty about it. Regardless, you can sell the ring and get more wealth, if that's what you're worried about. Wear it? Never mind. Upon placing the ring on your finger, orange glowing markings appear on the outside of the band. The markings unravel themselves from a ring and swirl in front of you. They form what appears to be a fully armored ghost, radiating a beautiful orange light. The ghost turns to you and nods before walking away. The ring looks good on you, though. You gain 1 charm. T did dat? Oh, okay. Oh, looks like T did dat is a member of Team Yellow. Anyway, Team Red wanted to go to the slums and pickpocket. They spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night you hear an echoing coming from the alleyway. Peering in, you see a crowd of men cheering on dogs violently ripping each other apart. One of the men spots you and say, "Oi, would you like to participate in a little betting game?" Well, do you want to bet on the dog fights, Team Red, or do you want to try to stop it? These people are betting on dog fightings, like Megal Vic. What shall you do? T did dat of Team Yellow says they want to go to the alchemy tower and brew some potions. But, yeah. Team Red, what will you do, Team Red? Bet or try to stop them? Looks like Blue may want to go back to the tavern. Try to stop them? Sure, bet, okay. Put down a bit of coin to bet on the dog bloody brawls. You lose 1 wealth. After a night of betting on the dog fights, you manage to earn 1 wealth back. So you broke even, not bad. Well, you're a Michael Vick, I guess. Team Yellow wants to go to the Alchemy Tower and brew a potion. They spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, an artificer stops for a visit. Can Dustbuster be a physical sweeper, or is he more of a support? Probably more of a support, but, I mean, his attack stat isn't that great. But, it's better than his special. One day, an artificer stops by for a visit. She's adorned with magical gadgets and gizmos, and is followed everywhere by her clockwork spider. The alchemists of the tower all go out of their way to impress her, offering an array of potions and elixirs. As she's leaving, she adorns the most charming of the alchemists with a special trinket. The fact she didn't choose you is a very humbling experience, T did that. You gain 1 charm. They say the last it came, the Yawhg devoured houses' holes, stole lives, tore families and family members apart. And that was so very long ago. Let's see. T did that, or says C. Big Suave and Time to Warp wants the tavern. Fulham does not want the tavern, but he's getting outvoted. Fulham, you can decide, however, if you want to bartend or drink. Your other 2 blues well, they kind of outvoted you. But you can decide whether you want to bartend or drink, Fulham, since you are the minority blue right now. I love how Fulham wants to, like, play by himself, but he ends up joining the team with the most amount of people. Well done. I tried to find Yawhg weak, but it couldn't. Ever Team Green, you're on deck. You might want to start thinking about what your turn you will do. We're going to do some more trees, says Wadapus Rex. Not get wrecked? Okay, bartend it is. You spend the week serving drinks at the tavern. You earn 1 wealth and gain 2 charm. One day, a bard pulls out his lute and starts playing a tune. Unfortunately, his singing is horrible and is ruining the tavern's atmosphere. You decide to do something about it, Team Blue. Do you want to convince him to leave or challenge him to a lute duel, Team Blue? Want to go chop some trees? We fighting in the arena. Oh, it looks like Team Green is quite conflicted. We can Gith. Either of the above is okay. Duel. Okay. You borrow the bar owner's flute and challenge the bard to a musical duel. You just start playing the lute when you realize that you're even worse than the bard. Oh dear God, you're terrible, Team Blue. The bard easily outplays you and motions you to lay down your lute. You tell that the couple people snickering at you right now. Embarrassing! You lose 1 charm. Well, there you go. Maybe that wasn't the good thing after all. Are we robbing or getting bitten? Looks like they want to fight in the arena. Okay. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena, Team Green. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. While wandering around the halls, you spot your former lover, Kelly. An awkward exchange happens, which you want to know how they're doing without seeming to care too much. After a few minutes, Jean, one of the most popular fighters in the arena, butts into the conversation. Hey, Kelly, sorry to interrupt. We got to leave right away if you want to leave, make it to your mother's in time. You say an awkward goodbye as they walk off holding hands. How do you feel, Team Green? Do you feel happy for Kelly or extreme jealousy? Fight. So, we chopping the weed trees. I thought you guys said you wanted to fight in the arena. You guys are very conflicting. Whatever. Flareon has 130 base attack. Of course it does. Do you feel happy for Kelly or extreme jealousy, Team Green? Jealousy? Extreme jealousy? Okay. You become extremely gumpy for the rest of the week. You lose 1 charm. While you're no fun to be around, you channel your rage into working out. You gain 2 physique. Well, there you go. Alright, Team Red. You guys going to rob again? Sure. You spend the week performing petty theft, and Team Yellow, you're on deck, by the way. You spend 1 wealth, you gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night, a small child approaches you with his hands cupped and outstretched. He doesn't say anything, but he looks at you with wide eyes, waiting expectantly. Do you want to give him some of the wealth you just, kind of stole, or do you want to ignore him, Team Red? Garden Metacham. Okay, sure. I guess that means meditate? Feel like I could talk about it here and not get laughed at for being a noob. But yeah, I guess you can. Well, Team Red, are you going to give him the coin or ignore him? Are you going to fug Sean up next time? I guess a Mega Blaziken. You toss him a sack of coins. You lose 1 wealth. He thanks you and walks away. The next night, you recognize him on the street. You spot him eating what looks to be a fresh loaf of bread. He sees you and smiles. You feel good about yourself. He had 1 physique, 1 finesse, 1 mind, 1 charm, and 1 magic. Not a bad day, not a bad Not a bad thing for just 1 wealth. Anyway. Looks like Team Yellow wants to meditate. They spend the week in deep meditation. They gain 1 magic and 2 mind. One day, a beggar comes up for you asking for some spare change. More beggars, Team Yellow. Will you give him the coin or ignore him? Wow, Team Blue is especially conflicted, it looks like. Big Suave wants to go and get wrecked in the tavern again. Full wants to bet in the arena. And Time to Warp wants to go to the woods and do whatever there. I might have to go with Fulham since I went with the other 2 last time. Okay. Well, it's up to T-Tit-Tat. You're also broke, though. Oh, right, you don't even have any wealth. You don't have a penny you could spare. You both sing songs about your poverty. You gain 1 charm. Well, there you go. Worked out anyway. It was on us in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth shook. The air went still. Okay. Team Blue, I will go to the arena for Fulham. However, Time to Warp and Big Suave can decide whether to compete or bet in the arena. Fulham decided to go here because I'm going with his suggestion since you guys kind of ganged up on him and went to the tavern last time. But Big Suave and Time to Warp, one of the 2, can decide whether to compete or bet in the arena. Team Red wants to steal again. Well, Team Red is okay, bet, you got it. You spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You gain 1 wealth. One day, while wandering in the halls, one of the arena's fighters approaches you. "Excuse me, miss, I'd like a sparring partner," he says. "Are you down for a fight or 2? Do you want to accept this challenge, Team Blue, or do you want to refer him to the burly guy next to you?" So we go and get some trees this time. Okay, well, looks like Team Green wants to go chop down some trees. Hey, Craig Falconer, sorry. Welcome to the stream. We are playing the Yawhg. You are currently on Team Blue. If you want to change your color to red, green, or yellow, you can, of course, do that and join that team instead. Accept his challenge. Okay. "Let's do this," he screams. He takes a swing at your head. You get punched square in the face. The next thing you know, you're in the arena's infirmary. It appears that he gave you headache never endus. Symptoms include having a mild headache forever. You lose 1 mind. Oh, well, that didn't really turn out good for you, Team Blue. There you go. Falconer is now on red. Anyway, Team Green said they wanted to go chop trees in the arena. Spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. One day you stumble upon a tall, nicely trimmed hedge in the middle of the woods. You sit and eat your lunch in front of the hedge, wondering what exactly it's doing in the woods. Suddenly, an enormous hand erupts from the foliage. Do you want to dodge it or punch it in the face, Team Green? Your stats are on the right. You have 12 physique and 7 finesse, 5 mind, 5 charm, and 5 magic. Which shall you do? We are stealing in the slums. If that's what Craig wants to do. You know, Craig is the new Team Red, though. So Craig may be able to... Craig, if you want to do something different, since you're new, feel free to holla. I think so. Punch it. Punch that hand in the face. You got it. You manage to punch the hand so hard that you appear to have shattered one of its fingers. The hand recoils back into the hedge. You then run away faster than you ever have in your life. You gain 2 physique. Wow, you have 14 physique already, Team Green. That is quite a lot. Okay, steal at the slums. Okay, looks like they all want to do that. You spend the week performing petty theft, again. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One day, while wandering in the slums, you notice that the stones in the road seem to have a certain pattern to them. You don't manage to figure out the mystery, but you still feel pretty smart about noticing the patterns. You gain 1 mind. Nice job, Team Red. Okay. Team Yellow's turn, aka T-Tit-Tat. I think it's the smallest team. Palace work? Okay, you got it. You spend the week performing paperwork in the palace. You're paid 2 wealth and gain 1 mind. One day, the court jester approaches you. Would you like to learn to juggle, he asks excitedly. I'll teach you everything I know for a small sum. Well, you can pay him half of your wage, Team Yellow, to learn to juggle. Would you like to learn to juggle, Team Yellow? Does that count as a bro fist? I'm not sure. Whatever. You want to say sure, Team Yellow, or say no thanks? I miss Baron Baconeer. I'm sure he'll be around sooner or later. Sure, Cat. Yee. You spend the week, a day with a jester, practicing your juggling. You improve dramatically. You gain 2 finesse. You gain another 2 finesse. You happily pay the jester for his services. You lose 1 wealth. Well, there you go. And then the world was a howling fury. Chaos. Screaming. The sound of all we know being pulled in half. Huh. Suave wants to go to the palace. Fola wants to go to the alchemy tower. And, Woods for time to warp. I guess I will go with Big Suave. And, the first person between Fulham and time to warp to decide what they want to do in the, palace can decide between doing administration work or attending the ball. Be leaders in the end. Makes sense. So Strong will turn Super Saiyan. Apparently. Arena fight for Team Green. Ball, says Fulham. Okay. You spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day you overhear the jester tell a joke to a group of people. Everyone laughs, but you don't quite understand the joke. You want to try to ask for the explanation, Team Blue? Or try to figure it out on your own with your foremind? Huh. What to do, Team Blue? Looks like Red wants to fight crime now. Try to be a hero instead of being the pickpocketer. I guess that works. And Team Green looks like they want to fight in the arena. Ask, says Fulham. You approach the jester asking what exactly the joke meant. The jester scolds you at length about the dangers of explaining jokes. Something about puppies and them dying as you dissect them. You don't quite understand, but everyone else starts laughing again. Presumably, the jester made another joke at your expense. You feel humiliated and mocked. You lose 1 charm. Well, Team Red, or Blue, I think you're just picking like, all of the wrong things. Anyway, Team Green's turn. They wanted to go fight in the arena. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. One day, while wandering the hall, you spot Jean. Well, this is the guy who just stole your woman, Team Green. Do you want to suppress your anger or punch Jean right in the face? For stealing your woman, Team Green. Nature for Vismagius? I don't know. It depends what kind of set you want. I'd probably end up going timid, though, in most sets. Or, I guess, if you want to listen to Fulham, you could do calm. Regardless, Team Green, you're very angry. Do you want to suppress it? Punch him in the face, says Omega Blaziken. Okay. You walk by, you take a swing. Jean tries to duck, but you're too fast. Your fist connects and knocks several of Jean's teeth loose. Your rage ended up severely injuring someone. You lose 1 charm and 1 mind. That was a nice punch, though. You gain 2 physique and 2 finesse. Well then, Team Green is getting very strong again. He's getting very close to the record. I think the record was 22 physique, so he's 4 away. He could break... Team Green could break our little record for physique in 1 game. Anyway, Team Red said they were going to the slums, and I think Team Yellow is on deck. Not so pretty now, huh, Jean? I guess not. And they want to fight crime this time. They spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. They gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. One day, a woman walks up to you. Excuse me, miss, feeling a bit lonely tonight, she asks. For only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night. Well, this hooker is very expensive, Team Red. Costs you 2 wealth if you want to, hire this hooker. If not, you can say no thanks. Up to you, though. Must break the record. I guess so. You wouldn't like Team Green when he's angry. I guess not. Arena again. T did that. What you might want to, you're on deck, so you might want to come up with what you want to do. Or any other member that's also of Team Yellow. Sure, why not? Heroes always need hookers, too. You hand over a small sack of coins. You lose 2 wealth. That's a rather large sack of coins. While on your way home, you start talking about philosophy, history, magic, everything. The 2 of you have an amazing conversation that goes well into the morning. You gain 2 mind and 2 charm. The woman apologized for the lack of sex, but it thanks you for the chat. She refunds you back half of what you spent. You gain 1 wealth. Okay, well you only spent 1 and you gained a lot of skills, although you didn't really have sex, so yeah. Probably bad too. Pseudo-wudo cutting. I guess that means you want to cut trees? Although, Pseudo-wudo is a rock, so... Whatever, I'm going to assume you want to chop wood. You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. One day, and during your forest excursions, you stumble upon a swarm of rats. At first, you jump backwards in shock, but then, you start to hear them conversing with one another. They call you over. "Excuse me, sir," one of them says in a high-pitched voice, like mine. "Do you like to, maybe? You might be able to help us out with something? You see, we're trying to elect a new goddamn leader, but it seems as if the votes are completely tied. We're trying to decide between Speedpaw the Vengeful and Blightooth the Wise," says the rat. Speedpaw steps forward. "If you vote for me, the Vats will have a powerful leader, one who isn't afraid to outfight our enemy," proclaims Speedpaw. Blightooth steps up. "If you vote for me, good sir, I will lead these raids to an age of enlightenment," says Blightooth. What rat do you choose? Do you want to choose Speedpaw the Vengeful or Blightooth the Wise, Team Yellow? Tavern, then. Yes, fight all the crime. Oh, we only fight crime to eliminate the competition. I see. Looks like Team... Oh, Team Red is very conflicted right now. Regardless, Team Yellow, you have to make this decision. You have a good mouse voice, thanks. Blight? Alright, you're using Blightooth the Wise. Half the rats roar with a tiny applause. Speedball bows his head and walks back to the mass of rats. Blightooth climbs up to your shoulder and whispers ancient secrets in your ear. As thanks, you gain 1 mind and 1 magic. When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild? Move on? Be strong? Or have we forgotten? Okay, Team Blue. Big Suave wants to pickpocket. What does everyone else want to do? We should pickpocket? Oh. Oh, it looks like everyone on Team Blue is on the same page this time. You spend the week performing petty theft, Team Blue. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night you hear a woman whisper from nearby. Wow. Team Red was trying to trigger this event. And now Team Blue got it, apparently. Hey, you, she calls out, looking to make a bit of coin. Team Blue, are you always up for more coin? Or, no thanks. For once, Red does not get this event. It's like an historic moment. You can try to get away, Fulham. No thanks, never. Never, no way. Oh, dear God, I think this is an important thing, so... It would be... Big Suave says no. He makes the tie-breaking move. Despite your intention to say no, however, you find yourself giving into her will completely. Nice job, guys, with your low mind. She signals you to come into the alleyway with her. Come closer, she can hear what I'm about to tell you. You lean in close, eager to know how you'll be earning this coin. She presses herself right against you, moving her lips slowly towards your ear. Suddenly, she bites your neck viciously. Blood pours from the wound, and she clings to you tightly, lapping it all up. You black out. When you come to, you see her standing over you. Thanks, she says, tossing you a couple coins. You gain 1 wealth. She then melts into the shadows. When you feel your neck, you notice that your wound has healed completely. Your body feels ice cold. You gain 3 charm, but you lose 3 physique. Well done, Team Blue. So you get for having a low mind. Easily controlled. Don't forget vampires have hypnotic suggestion. You need a high mind to say no to a vampire. Anyway, Team Green, it's all up to you now. I don't know what you guys are going to do. Place your bets. Oh, guess they want to bet in the arena. Sounds good. And, Team Red, you might want to remind me what you're doing. Bet on the fight. You spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters, Team Green. You gain 4 wealth. Dear God, you're rich. One day, in between matches, you stumble upon one of the higher-ranked fighters ingesting illegal strength potions. Please, sir, don't report me, she cries. I'll even share some of this potion with you if you keep quiet, she adds. Do you want to take her off or a reporter, Team Green? No, I thought you guys said you wanted to bet. Oh, my bad. Whatever, you still have a chance to increase your physique, Team Green. If you take her off her, then you can still gain more physique. And try to break that record. So it worked out for you guys after all. Thank you so much for not reporting me. Hey, Lele, 1991, welcome to the stream. She says while handing you her flask. You take a small swig of their potion and you can feel your muscles expand significantly. You gain 2 physique. See, it worked out for you guys. Looks like Yellow wants to tackle crime, and Red wants to do some things in the forest. Like chopping wood. They spend the entire week cutting down trees. They gain 2 physique and earn themselves 1 wealth. One day, you hear hundreds of footsteps rumbling through the forest in your direction. It's an orc raiding party. What do you do, Team Red? Do you want to hide or charm them and not killing you? Which one, Team Red? An orc raiding party is coming to kill you. Can you please not advertise in my stream, 18 Helios? Most appreciated. Which place should you destroy next week? Well, it's only something that Team Blue can determine. Well, F. Well, actually, I don't think you can fight crime, Team Yellow, because the slums was taken by Team Blue this round. So you need to pick something else, Team Yellow. Just letting you know. Charm them. Oh wait, no. Hide or charm? Hide, hide. A lot of people said hide. You jump into a nearby ditch. The orgs all ride past you. Nice hiding. You gain 1 physique. Or sorry, 1 finesse. You have this too. Good to know. Yep. I am streaming kind of early today, Lele. Anyway, Team Yellow, you can't go to the slums and fight crime, because Team Blue, earlier this turn, already went there. We're fighting in the arena next turn. Okay, Team Green. Team Yellow, I need a new place for you to go. Alchemy Brew. No problem. Alchemy Tower. Brewing. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day you hear one of the alchemists shout, Eureka! When you look over to see what he's done, you spot a small, previously dead ferret come back to life. I figured out the antidote to death, the alchemist exclaims. The undead ferret lets a horrific noise and lumbers about slowly. Will you destroy the abomination, Team Yellow, or praise the alchemist for his accomplishments? We can't? Can't what? Oh yeah, if you go vampire in the forest, you end up destroying the forest, just letting you know. Stream delay. Yeah, goddamn stream delay. But, you do have that. An undead ferret, indeed. Better last days. That's right, next week is the last week, too. So, I don't think you can ever really be... Yeah, that. Tavern, says Big Suave. Praise Zombie? Okay, you got it. Praise Zombie Dustbuster. That's amazing, you say, slightly discomforted by the ferret's appearance. You didn't hurt the alchemist's feelings, though. You gained 1 charm. Nice job. The Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost. Almost. Go to the forest and destroy. Big Suave wants to go to the tavern. Time to warp. Which one were you going to go? Do you agree with, Fulham? We'll hunt and destroy the werewolves once and for all. You got it. You spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. Over the course of the week, you've noticed your skin become paler and your teeth sharper. You notice that whenever you walk, everyone nearby hangs on your every word. You gain 3 charm. You also feel more frail and gaunt than you used to. You lose 3 physique. One day, you spawn a hunting party in the wilderness. You notice that one of the hunters drop his hat. As he bends down to pick it up, his neck is fully exposed. You can even see a vein or 2. Delicious. Before you know it, you're coated in blood with a mangled form in front of you. There are several other people around, and they're all filled with delicious nectar. You spot the next few hours are a complete blur. You wake up the next day in bedsheets soaked in blood that are not your own. You look in the mirror and notice your skin has regained its color, and your teeth have dulled. The next day you find an exit to the town has been closed, something about being a horrific accident in the forest. You do not inquire further. Okay then. Get wrecked, Forest. Team Green will punch the Yawhg in his face. What are you guys doing? Massive muscles. Immune to normal and fighting, that's true. Also immune to ghost, a normal ghost type would be. Going to fight in the arena. Okay, massive muscles, activate. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. One night, on your way home, you spot a rusty dagger on the ground. Do you want to pick up this rusty dagger, or leave it alone, Team Green? Up to you guys. Rusty daggers can always be good, perhaps. Drink the night away, says Team Red. Well, going to the forest? Well, no, you can't. Drink the problems away, Team Red. The Yawhg is nearly here. Gotta drink away that realization. Everyone loves the charming tipsy guy, I guess. Pick it up, okay. As you pick it up, you hear a voice from behind you whisper, "You're not worthy." The dagger begins to dissolve into a black smoke. Within seconds, the blade is gone. Well then, that's poor for you. Not worthy, Team Green, even with your 22 physique. Anyway, to the tavern for Team Red, as they drink. You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a fortune teller sets up in one of the tavern's tables. She offers to read anyone's fortune for a small sum. You have 2 wealth, Team Red. You can either choose to say yes, please, for half of it, or say no, thanks. What do you think, Team Red? Do you think maybe this fortune teller will be able to predict the Yawhg? We are the charming town drunks. Are you, Team Blue? Looks like Team Red is the one getting wasted now. Stop scaring you, Gavin? I'm sorry. Tackle crime. Sorry, Gavin. Yes, please. You got it. You spend the 1 wealth. The fortune teller takes your hand and begins showering you with promises of love and wealth. She doesn't really go into any detail, and the whole time you can't help but feel just an act. Underwhelmed and slightly poorer, you can't help but you feel like you wasted your money. That night, though, when walking home, the fortune teller runs up to you and gives you a kiss. There's the love part, she says with a toothless smile. And then she hands you a giant sack of gold. There's the wealth. You gain 2 wealth. Still think I'm a hack? Well, probably, but thanks for the wealth, I guess. And finally, Team Yellow decides to go to the slums and fight crime. They spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. They gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. Nothing out of the ordinary happens to you this week. Well, sorry, Team Yellow, but, seems you had a boring week. The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest pushes through the grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it, are we, past saving? Well then. Team Blue, is this now the time of the game that you get to pick your future job. Team Blue, you have 1 physique, 10 finesse, 4 mind, 15 charm, 5 magic, 5 wealth, and you can be the leader, the builder, the conjurer, the doctor, the smelter, the tailor, the looter, or the town drunk. What about it, Team Blue? The leader, says Gavin. You know, wait for charming town drunks, says Fulham. Gotta wait for Team Blue to all... Time to wants to be the drunk as well. Looks like the drunk is winning this. So, there you go. Too much charm for leader. Huh. You scavenge together as much alcohol as you can and drink excessively. You gain 2 physique and 1 charm. Okay, then. I don't know if that helps the town or not. Doesn't really go into any detail about that, but you are now the town drunk, Team Blue. Team Green, what will you do? Being the builder, says Team Green? Looks like they want to be the builder. You take it upon yourself to help rebuild the town by hand. Team Red looks like they want to be the tailor. They rebuild homes at breakneck speed, impressing the rest of the survivors. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly. Alright, Team Red, they said they wanted to do what? Tailor? Tailor? Okay. You volunteer to weave and mend clothing for the survivors to keep warm. You make and mend clothing faster than anyone could have ever expected. Every survivor now has an excess number of scarves, socks, and hats to keep warm. This helps the survival effort immensely. Spite Team Blue, you know... Oh, see you later, Gavin. Spite Team Blue, being the town drunk. It looks like everyone else is helping. Leader, says Team Yellow. Okay. You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivals. You try to delegate tasks, but can't get many to listen. You try to give congratulations to hard workers, but your words come across as insincere. You help the rebuilding effort a little bit. I think we might get the neutral ending. Maybe. Otherwise, it'll be the bad ending. And so we set about our task, once more living our lives, this time in a way we never have expected or even wanted. But in the end, it was a struggle, so we got the medium ending. But a struggle we never abandoned. Though our home had been stripped apart, we did not let it languish. And whether we succeed or fail, we did our best. Who knows if the Yawhg will ever visit us again? Who knows if we can ever be ready for it? Let's see how the individual endings go. I want to play more green. Well, that kind of exploded again today. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to it today. With the town being rebuilt, you take off into the forest to pursue your true calling, Team Blue. You and your gang of merry followers ambush nobles traveling in the woods, demanding money from the poor. Okay. You're going to become a local heroes for those living in the slums. Your legend has sung in taverns all across the land. You became Robin Hood, Team Blue. Sounds good. While the town is being rebuilt, you decide to become a full-time arena warrior. You slowly rise in the rank, knocking out scores of fighters, even one as great as Jean the Beautiful. I'm pretty sure you already did. Before long, you become the arena champion. You travel across the world, fighting the very best of the best. Tales are sung far and wide of your mighty feats and strength. So far, 2 pretty good endings. While the town is being rebuilt, you decide to move on into the woods. You become a friendly local lumberjack and fashion yourself a log cabin, Team Red. You spend most of your days chopping down giant trees and carrying logs into the town gate. You make friends with the dryads of the forest and spend every weekend with their wild river parties. All in all, you lead a good life, Team Red. Wow, everyone's had some pretty good endings. While the town is being rebuilt, you spend more and more time in the alchemy tower. Your potion brewing abilities quickly become the best in the world, Team Yellow. Your health and mana potions are considered world-class delicacies, with people venturing far and wide to buy them. But you never know how to brew a love potion. Well, still a pretty good ending, Team Yellow. You make pretty good health and mana potions, although you never do get true love. that has been the Yawhg for today. Thank you for watching. Definitely going to move on to a new game after this. Wild River Parties for the win, indeed. That has been the Yawhg, though. And I feel like I should exit it before I accidentally start again. Let's see, what should we do now?